Zombie apocalypse.
Welcome to Bicol University College of Industrial Technology. Busit is one of the colleges in the East Campus. Originally, the East Campus was just referred to as Brasat Campus. Then, Brasat became Busat, and later on, the College of Engineering was added, that for a time it became the campus for Buseng Sat. Just recently, the Department of Architecture became an institute, and so the East Campus now has three Bicol University colleges: the College of Industrial Technology, the College of Engineering, and the Institute of Design and Architecture. Busit is easily recognizable by its landmark, a concrete sculpture of a man holding a mallet, nicknamed Boy Maso. Conspicuously erected in the middle of a crossroads, a few steps from the SIT Arc, Boy Maso stands like a sentry of the SIT campus. Boy Maso is practically as old as some of the buildings of the college. One building, which is older than Boy Maso, is the Electrical Technology Building. Right now, it is almost completed and will soon be ready for occupancy for the electrical technology students. In the building, especially the laboratory rooms, electrical technology students will learn about electrical connections, installations, and the like. They get to practice how to become electricians, and so the laboratory rooms are designed for their hands-on practices. The building will also later house the offices of the various organizations, including the college publication. Meantime, the building is not yet granted occupancy. The Electrical Technology Department is in one of the newest buildings, which I will introduce in a little while. Another old building which has stood and weathered innumerable typhoons is the long single-story building to the right of Boy Maso. You will notice that its rehabilitation is almost at its completion, and soon it will look as good as new and ready for occupancy when this pandemic is over. Half of the building and the end closest to Boy Maso was previously occupied by the Automotive Technology Department. The opposite end, on the other hand, is occupied by the Mechanical Technology Department, so you will see inside some of the equipment the MT students use in their laboratory, such as the lathe machine, milling machine, and CNC machine, to name a few. As I have mentioned, the Automotive Technology Department used to occupy that old building, but now the department is housed in the ground floor of one of the newest buildings in Busit, the Multi-Tech Building. In one spacious room, automotive laboratory showcases their various equipment used by students in learning about auto machine parts and engines, as well as other similar concepts and applications. Also in the building's ground floor is FabLab Bicol, a technology hub of the region where anyone can make almost anything. In FabLab, you will find various equipment necessary for prototype making, such as a 3D printer, laser cutter, among others. The second floor is currently occupied by the Electrical Technology Department, and the third floor is where the Electronics Department is lodged. In the Electronics Department, there are also laboratory rooms where the students get practical knowledge and acquire skills on the use and application of electronic parts, such as the creation or innovation of new electronic gadgets. To Boy Maso's left, but to the right of the SIT Art, is the building occupied by the Bachelor in Technical Vocational Teacher Education Department, or BTV-TED. The BTV-TED is the biggest department because it is composed of 4 different specializations, such as drafting technology, garments, fashion and design, food service management, and electrical technology. Part of the building, especially the drafting rooms, is already half a century old or probably older. The 2-story structure in the middle was added sometime in 2011. This is where you will find the faculty room of the department and an activity center in the second floor. Now, this building is where lecture classes are held, but it also houses laboratory areas for the drafting technology and the garments fashion and design. The laboratory rooms of the drafting technology students have drawing or drafting tables where students put to practice their drawing skills. These rooms are also used by drawing classes of the various departments. Similarly, the laboratory rooms of the garments fashion and design are areas for the GFD students to learn sewing, pattern making, garments design, and the like. Behind the TV-TED building is another recently completed building, the Bicol Regional Food Innovation and Commercialization Center, which became operational sometime in the middle of 2018. As the name implies, BRFICC is where food products are innovated and later commercialized. This is also currently occupied by classes for the Food Technology Department, the department where students learn everything related to food science, food innovation, and other relevant concepts and applications. Fronting the BT Vital building is the Quadrangle. Then across the campus road from the Quadrangle, one sees another building called the Food Technology Building. This bears this name because in the past, BUSAT used to have 2-year vocational courses and food technology was one of the said courses. Today, however, this building is now being used by the food service management students where they hold their classes in laboratory. In the laboratory, students learn about basic baking, quantity cookery, catering management, and other similar courses. Across the campus street to the right of the FD building is another long building fronting the sunken garden, the Civil Technology Building for the Civil Technology Department. This building also holds the office of the BUROTC Coordinator and the office of the College Publication, the Coverall. In the laboratory rooms of the Civil Technology Department, students learn the basics of civil craftsmanship. Behind the city building is the IA building. This is another building being used by the Food Technology Department for their lecture classes and some laboratory classes as well. Going farther down the road across the campus road from the IA building, behind the FD building, one sees another very old, vacated, and now shabby L-shaped building. This one used to be occupied by the students of GFD and the electrical technology students for their laboratory. Both the GFD building and the city building are now in the pipeline for renovation. Furthermore, a new food science building for the Food Technology Department will also be constructed. Then we proceed to the last but not the least concrete structure of the college, another old L-shaped single-story building, formerly known as IDE building, and now being occupied by the Industrial Design Department. Here, the ID students learn the various types of design, including raw materials important for design and other relevant concepts. Of course, let us not forget the administration building, where you will find the Office of the Dean, Office of the Associate Dean, Office of the Registrar, and the Cashier's Office. This building is actually far from the school buildings of the college because it is situated to the northwest of Boy Maso, in the same building occupied by the Seng Administration Building. Mind you, our dear freshmen, most of the buildings may be old, but these buildings have seen many outstanding students who have sat in the classrooms or walked the corridors or hallways and are now distinguished, highly admired persons in their fields. Today, you see old buildings, but one day, perhaps not yet in your time, the college will also be one proof that the university's vision of a world-class university has been realized.
May nag-pause na ba't kinagaan daw ng kalamansi ang mata?
Mga pangarap kayang abutin, pag-asang misyon natin, di kukuha tulong-tulong. Saan man magpuntay, isa ang pulong. Ako, ikaw, tayo, kahit sino pa, pantay-pantay ang tingin sa isa't isa. Isang susuko. Kahit anong problema, wala lang yan basta tidaan sa ngiti lang. Pasok na yan at laging isipin na tayo'y tatakliwen nyo.
Ngunit kahit di mabuti ang kinasa sa blangan mga balakid sa daan parang hindi malagpasan. Tumingala, sa bituin ng karunungan pag sinabing biyuan nyo hindi yan uurungan. Di ko kasun at hindi latagla, ilapas mo sa baon. Tanong kong ibinigay sa tinadya sa mga kumbaga, iba ka sa kanila kundi ka nang patuloy niyan. Kanta!
Mga talento natin na iba-iba. Sa pamumuno tayo'y nagiging isa. Sa serbisyo, hindi nagsusukuan. Kahit di na kaya, ay kakayanin pa. Tumayong lindak, sumayaw tayong biyuhan nyo. Sama-sama tayo, tunay na naganda ang taglay ng ating mga puso. Walang susuko, kahit anong problema, wala lang yan basta tidaan sa ngiti lang. Pasok na yan at laging isipin na tayo'y tatakmayong lindak, sumayaw tayo ang biyuhan nyo. Sama-sama tayo, tunay na naganda ang taglay ng ating mga puso. Walang susuko, kahit anong problema, wala lang yan basta tidaan sa ngiti lang. Pasok na yan at laging isipin na tayo'y tatakliwen nyo. Wow, tatakliwen nyo. Wow, laging isipin na tayo'y tatakliwen nyo.
Makes sense. All right. Reminder to those who haven't registered on the registration link for this webinar, please register now to have your e-certificate after this. Thank you. Ayan. Shoutout po muna tayo before we formally start our program. Let's see kung sino ang nandito. Ayan, mukhang marami na tayo. Welcome po. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Kumusta po kayo? Welcome sa ating e-certificate. Okay. Good morning, magandang umaga, marhay na aga sa Indogabos. Kumusta po kayong lahat? Gisingin na po natin yung mga taong nagsabing wake me up when September ends kasi po October 1 na po. Salubungin natin itong unang araw ng Oktubre, and for that, welcome to our Tech Talks webinar series episode 3. Yes po, episode 3 na po tayo, and I hope everyone is having a great day today and feeling excited for another learning. This is a head start for all of us to start the month. And I know for a fact that maybe some of us ay kakagising lang. Maybe yung iba ay nagkakape o nakikinig ng music o kung ano pa man. It's all right. Let's loosen up, do some mini stretching at sana masarap at nabusog ang inyong mga tiyan sa inyong almusal. And to be ready dahil bubusugin din namin ang ating mga isipan sa panibagong matututunan natin ngayong araw. At ano nga ba ito? For this event, we will be tackling all about electrical and electronic circuits. Wow, it is all about updates of research and innovation about electrical and electronics. It is all about updates and ideas on latest trends, latest updates in technology that help us to understand how to get the best welfare of the technology and the necessary to get updated with the latest techniques. Grabe. All right, this webinar shall give us enough information on how electronic circuits work, as these are one of the highlights of this webinar. And the question may be, what is an electrical and electronic circuit and how to learn about it in the most effective way. And I know if this short introduction has got your attention, well, I am sure you will enjoy the rest of this webinar series as well. All right, this event is in partnership with Electrical and Electronics Technology. And before we begin, I have a few housekeeping notes. Everyone is encouraged to keep their cameras open, but make sure our microphones are on mute to avoid unnecessary background noises. At baka meron tayong marinig na mga nagtitilaok ng mga manok dyan. And that can interrupt the program or when someone is speaking. We can also interact with the speaker during our open forum through the chat box. And if you are on Zoom, and you can have your questions in the comment section. If you are watching through our Facebook Live, hello po. After the talk, you can question and ask questions or any concerns to our speaker. And also, I would like to grab this opportunity to give the gratitude to our diligent president, Dr. Artulfo Mascareñas, our passionate vice presidents, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Amelia Dorosan, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, Vice President for Research and Development and Extension, Dr. Luis Amano, and to our exuberant BU EMV Director, Rowena Zoilo, our Busit administration headed by our supportive Dean, Dr. Jonathan Arroco, and our dynamic Associate Dean, Professor Arlene Balieras, the faculty and the staff. Also to the presence of our BJMP community, the SET and BSouth students, and the students from other universities and colleges, welcome po. To our teachers and alumni, electrical and electronics enthusiasts, and everyone. Welcome po sa ating webinar series episode 3. And this webinar would fail to happen if it were not because of our beloved organizers, the technical team headed by an amazing Professor Ronel Oropesa. And of course, why would I forget the brainchild of this webinar is the BSET Program Advisor, proponent, and project leader of this extension activity is none other than Dr. Kenji Merenciano. Without his idea, of course, this event would be non-existent. Thank you so much, sir, at sa lahat ng bumubuo nito. Let us give them a virtual clap. Ayan, all right. Thank you so much. Again, I am your host, Angel Pai. I am an alumni, BSET student. Okay. Kumusta po ang lahat? Okay pa ba? And hoping na nagre-relax tayo ngayon at wala masyadong iniisip at kumbaga i-seize natin yung moment na ito para matuto tayo sa panibago na web series na offered para sa atin. Okay, and now let us proceed to the invocation to be followed by the national anthem. Sir?
Bayang magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisili. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mabaga, may nilagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Pag-isap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na naniningig. Ang bituin at araw niya, kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng bakit pagsinta mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na may mga pirang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Okay, so good morning once again, our dear participants. Excited na ba ang lahat? Well, to say this frankly, excited na ako sa ating programa ngayong araw. So let's not prolong the agony of waiting. To formally open the program for BISET and BISAL Tech Talks webinar series, let us welcome our active BUSIT Extension Coordinator from BISET Faculty, Professor Joel Ensales, to give us the opening remarks. Sir? Sir? Excuse me po, Sir
Sir, walang
Sales.
audio.
Paki-unmute po. Ayan.
Okay,
Ayan. Fine, sir.
sorry. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our third week of webinar entitled Tech Talk. Please allow me to acknowledge our viewers this morning, especially to our PDL friends from the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, Kamalig and Ginubatan districts. Also to the officers and men of PJMP Albay and the PJMP Region 5, as well as the electronics and electrical students of BUSIT. Please allow me also to welcome our early registrants. We have an OFW from AFIA International Company, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. We have also student graduates from Surigao del Norte State University. Also, we have IIEE CSE CSPC chapter from San Jose, Mahinog, Camiguin, Bugong, Mambahaw, Camiguin, Mahinog, Camiguin, and Camiguin provinces. Another, students from Capitol University, Cagayan de Oro City. We have students, graduates, and faculty from Laguna State Polytechnic University, San Pablo City Campus. Likewise, students and faculty from Trinidad Municipal College, Bonbon, President Carlos P. Garcia, Bohol. Also, students from Bagumbang, Bonifacio, Misamis Occidental. Another, ISEP students and faculty from Quezon City University. Again, welcome private employees from Information Technology at Clicks Logic Incorporated, Batasan Hills, Quezon City. Another ISEP member from Mapulang Lupa, Valenzuela City. Another education students from 3322 Harvard Street, Pinagkaisahan, Makati City. Also, greetings to education students, Iba, Taal, Batangas. School teachers and staff of La Union Provincial Office. A great appreciation also to private employees of manufacturing industry at ICOS Sustainable Solutions, Malolos, Bulacan. The information technology students from Diadi, Nueva Vizcaya, private employees of Crest 91 Construction and Development Corporation, Tugigaraw City, Cagayan. And to our new participants this morning, an esteemed welcome to everyone. Indeed, technology knows no boundaries. For the past 2 Saturdays, we reached more than 1,000 participants viewing from Facebook and Zoom. This activity was conceived with the aim of extending our information through sharing our knowledge and ideas, not only in the four corners of the classroom, but also through digital means. The knowledge we'll gain from this activity could help you sharpen your mind and improve your intellectual capacity. Whatever you are doing in your respective places, what is more important is that you value the time you devote here for your personal development. Someone said that one day a small learning will be viewed as enormous when it is consistently added. Everybody's knowledge was zero when they were born. However, as we grow or as we age, our experience or knowledge gradually grows. May kasibahan nga tayo, hindi natin kasalanan kung nabuhay tayo na mahirap o kulang sa karunungan. Subalit, kasalanan natin kung tayo ay mamamatay na mahirap o salat sa kaalaman. In connection with that, there are two phases of karma, the good and bad karma. And I quote, if you want to receive good karma, do something good. Else, if you do something bad, therefore, you will receive bad karma. I hope that you will learn something about our topic for today. Thank you and happy learning.
Wow, thank you so much po, Professor Joel, for that wonderful welcoming remarks. Sobrang kahit ako masasabi ko na-touch ako sa message and at alam ko nararamdaman at na-experience natin ngayon. Anyways, learning is eternal. Marami po tayong pwedeng mga available na para matuto. At isa na rin po 'yon itong webinar series. And then again, once again, thank you po, Professor Joel. And pagkakasabi, grabe, sobrang dami natin ngayon. Nakakatuwa naman na hindi lang within Bicol ang participants natin. And meron din, I think, outside and international. Medyo na-pressure ako ng slide down. Pero kayang-kaya naman to. Again, welcome po everyone. And sana ay nag-enjoy po tayo ngayon at all ears po tayo ngayon kasi sa ating panibagong matututunan. And by that, at this juncture, may I now call on the attention from our BSET faculty, Dr. J.R. Balyon, for the introduction of our resource speaker.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Angel Pahe, our former student and
Good
cum
morning,
laude.
sir.
Cum laude, magna cum laude. Anyway, yun nga, napakaganda ng welcoming remarks ni Professor Sales and most likely appreciated Sir Angel Pahe to become the MC for today's episode. Okay, so let's not wait for everybody to have our third episode speaker. So let me formally introduce to you. So our speaker for today is a graduate of Bachelor in Science in Electronics and Communication Engineering, year 2002. He earned a degree in Masters in Mathematics Education, year 2010. Of course, he finished his PhD for the Doctor of Education in year 2014. And again, he took another master's degree, Masters of Science in Electronics Engineering, major in microelectronics. That's year 2019. So As you can see, our speaker here today is very active in his academic pursuit. He was a CHED scholar at Mapua University and took a specialization in microelectronics. At present, he is an associate professor 4 of Bicol University, a member of the BU International Quality Assurance. He is also an ISO auditor of Bicol University and a senior AACUP accreditor. And lastly, he is a faculty member of the Electronics Technology Program for the Department of Electronics and Electrical Technology. Okay, so let us all welcome today's speaker for episode 3 of this Tech Talk webinar series for the Electrical and Electronic Circuit episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Balyon. And then welcome po sa ating resource speaker. Sir?
Okay, so good morning. So thank you so much for a very well discussed, very detailed naman masyado yung ating profile. Okay, so by the way, thank you so much for joining us in this web series. I will be presenting to you the recent research updates in terms of electronics and electrical technology. So for us to have a motivation or some insights that we can share on in the future, no? So these are the latest trends on electronics. Okay, so let me share with you the presentation that I have made. Sir Ronel?
Today's webinar, Tech Talk webinar series of the Electronics Electrical Technology Department. To strengthen, promote, and develop research discipline and institutional linkage for education. Hello and welcome to today's webinar, Tech Talk webinar series of the Electronics Electrical Technology Department. To strengthen, promote, and develop research discipline and institutional linkage for education cooperation, Bicol University, through our President Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, we can facilitate a memorandum of understanding or a memorandum of agreement for us to conduct research with our clientele. Yeah? So today is all about uncovering updates on electronics research and innovation. So let's go straight into the content. So research and innovations. The first research innovation that I'm going to present to you is these tiny artificial luminescent muscles developed that let flying bots to also converse. The MIT researchers have created insect scale robots that can track motion and have the ability to communicate. Taking inspiration from nature, they created electroluminescent soft artificial muscles that enable flying insect scale robots. When the robots fly, the tiny artificial muscles that drive their wings generate colored light. The robots may be able to converse with one another because of this electroluminescence. And robots may use lights to signal others and call for assistance if they were deployed on a search and rescue operation inside a collapsed building, for example. So these paperclip size micro-scale robots are one step closer to flying on their own outside of the lab, no? Thanks to their ability to generate light. So since since these robots are too light to carry sensors, no, researchers must track them using large infrared cameras that are ineffective in the outdoors. No? So they they've now demonstrated that with just three smartphone cameras and the light the robots emit, no, they can be tracked precisely. If you think of large-scale robots, they can communicate using a lot of different tools, Bluetooth, wireless, all those sorts of things. But for a tiny power-constrained robot, we are forced to think, no, about new modes of communication. This is a major step toward applying these robots in outdoor environments where we don't have a well-tuned state-of-the-art motion tracking system. The artificial muscles are actually durable actuators that are made by alternating ultra-thin layers of elastomer and carbon nanotube electrode in a stack and then rolling it into a squishy cylinder. The researchers added electroluminescent zinc sulfate particles to the elastomer. Why? To create a glowing actuator. So the light color can be altered, no, by modifying the zinc particles chemical composition. For the actuators, they constructed, the researchers had created green, orange, and blue particles. Each actuator emits a single solid color. Okay, for the next research updates is this electronic tongue that can identify chemical makeup of any liquid. Okay. Great. So for a bigger screen so that you can see this electronic tongue now. So electronic tongues are devices that can analyze materials just by coming in contact with them, and then uh, and they have near infinite applications. So, from testing water quality to ensuring an expensive wine isn't a counterfeit. So the problem is most fall into one of two categories: portable and specialized for only certain materials, or stationary and versatile. No? So, but now IBM researchers have unveiled a new electronic tongue capable of bridging gap, making it easier to identify a range of liquids on the fly. So the IBM team calls it electronic tongue hypertaste, and it looks a bit like a drink coaster with a slit in its side. Okay, this slit allows the device to rest on the edge of a glass of liquid, not unlike a circle of lime in a margarita. No, once in this position, an array of electrochemical sensors is now submerged. Part of the hypertaste can sense the presence of molecule combinations in the liquid. So the sensors then react to those molecules by producing measurable electrical signals that when considered together, give you something like a fingerprint of the particular liquid. Okay. Okay. So the next research innovation is sound waves that can now be controlled and modulated with a chip. So for the first time ever, scientists from engineering and applied sciences have successfully controlled uh, and and modulated sonic wave using an electronic field on chip. No, so they show that we can control acoustic waves on an integrated lithium niobate platform. So bringing us one step closer to an acoustic integrated circuit. This chip is also called an on-chip electroacoustic modulator. The modulator can alter the acoustic waves, phase, amplitude, and frequency by imposing an electric field. So the researchers are currently striving to construct more intricate large-scale acoustic wave circuits and links with more quantum systems. Okay, so that is how the innovation works. Okay, so for the next research innovation, the new mechanism that would help robots see in the dark and carry out tasks. Okay, so again, from other researchers from Rice University, engineers have devised a mechanism for people to assist robots in seeing their surroundings and carrying out tasks. This technique is called the Bayesian learning in the dark. For short, it is blind, Bayesian learning in the dark, blind for short. The goal was achieved by integrating Bayesian inverse reinforcement learning with well-established motion planning approaches. No? When obstruction obscure a machine's view of its destination, blind inserts a human need process to modify uh, these choreographic possibilities, or best guesses offered by the robot's algorithm, rather than setting a trajectory upfront. No? This means that this technique simplifies the human-robot relationship by incorporating human preferences. Okay, so the next research innovation is a device that fits into nostrils that can manage smart devices by altering breathing patterns. Okay, so ito yung full screen ng ating device, no? So, a simple prototype gadget developed by Case Western Reserve University researchers, allows users to manage smart home devices by altering their breathing patterns. People with limited mobility or who have trouble speaking effectively may benefit from this self-powered device, which uh, fits into the nostrils. Additionally, it can be set up to automatically notify medical staff, when someone has a respiratory problem. Today, hundreds of consumer ready appliances and devices are Bluetooth enabled or integrated into the Internet of Things. Smart appliance and smart home technology together make up a quickly expanding business. Uh, Air conditioners, security systems, Lighting and energy management systems are example of smart home appliances. They uh, they can be configured to operate independently or be controlled remotely. No? However, the advantage of smart technology are essentially inaccessible to people who are, no, who are
Ayan, at this moment po, I'm sorry if magkakaroon lang po ng technicalities. Ganyan po sa pag-play ng video. Anyways, okay pa po ba ang lahat? Kasi sobrang dami po nating matututunan ngayon at sa lahat na po na presented, sobrang kumaga fasting ng fasting. Ayan, antabay lang po muna tayo. Okay.
lighting and energy management systems are example of smart home appliances. They uh, they can be configured to operate independently or be controlled remotely. No? However, the advantage of smart technology are essentially inaccessible to people who are, no, who are unable to talk or move their limbs to configure device. So smart technology is fantastic, but only if you can use it. With this new design, everyone who can breathe would be able to operate gadgets, such as changing a thermostat settings or turning them on and off. So the gadget was created via a process called triboelectrification, also known as triboelectric nanogenerators or TANG. No? Triboelectrification uh, or triboelectric nanogenerators, TANG, capital T-E-N-G, TANG. So these tanks are capable of converting mechanical energy gathered from the environment into electricity for recharging consumer electronics or powering tiny devices like sensors. The method, which has been actively developed over the past 10 years, enables researchers to transform routine mechanical energy into valuable electric power. So, rain, wind, or even routine bodily activities like clasping of hands, moving forward when walking, or in this instance, breathing, all contain that energy. No? Okay, for the last research innovations, these bioelectronic face masks that could also monitor users' physiological state. So the idea of putting bioelectronics into a breathable face mask that can monitor a user's physiological state depending on the features of their cough. This has been put into practice by a research team at the University of Missouri College of Engineering. This mask can monitor a user's physiological state depending on the features of their cough, wherein this technique is called laser-assisted manufacturing that has been employed by researchers for about 10 years. No, this has proved to be useful in the production of wearable bioelectronics. Laser-assisted fabrication is simple, no, scalable, cost-effective, and easily customizable. Also, the team looked at the viability of using the metallic conductor known as MOO2, no, which exhibits properties that make it suitable for construction of various bioelectronic sensors. Okay, so that's it for the bioelectronic face mask. Okay, so thank you so much for listening and for attending our webinar series. Let me end my discussion with a big thank you. We are now open for questions and answers. Thank you and good morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Cabrillas, for that meaningful and very informative talk about research and innovation. Sobrang lawak kung tutuusin. At hindi lang siya actually nakafocus about electrical and electronics. Sobrang dami pa na mga innovations ang present sa atin ngayon. And this uncovering updates about electronics innovation. Kumbaga, you can imagine kung gaano karami ang mga nabubuo at nagsusulputang mga technology that makes our life easier. And question lang po, to all innovations that are presented by our speaker, ano po yung comment nyo nga po kung ano dun yung nagustuhan nyo or ano yung naging favorite nyo na kumbaga naastigan na innovation. Ayan. Okay, kung alam nyo kung ako tatanungin, yung tiny, yung sa una pa lang doon na nakuha yung attention ko. Kumbaga, yung tiny artificial muscles and flying bots. Panis imagine, this can squeeze through the tiniest cracks, fit snugly into tight spaces, and survive in harsh environments. And these aren't many spaces that are off limits to insects. And sino dito nakakakilala kay Ant-Man? Taas kamay. Ayun. And I believe lahat naman nakakakilala sa kanya. Kumbaga nag-shrink siya kung kailan niya sa gusto, lalaki, tapos biglang liliit. And as far as I remember, meron doon ng mga present na mga insects, especially ants na kasama sa mission, di ba? Kumbaga pumapasok sila sa mga tight spaces na hindi applicable sa tao. At alam natin ito kung maipagpapatuloy at kumbaga mas ma-i-present sa public, at alam ko sobrang laking tulong nito sa lahat, lalo na sa mga rescue operations mula sa mga disasters, and this would be very useful. Kaya sobrang pasalamat natin kasi sobrang daming mga innovations and na nagsusulputan na i-invent ng iba't ibang tao. And malay natin, isa sa mga nandito, malay natin ako or kung sino pa sa inyo dyan ang makapag-invento na makakatulong para mas mapadali at maging maayos ang pamumuhay natin. Yun. So now, I think we can now move on to the open forum as part of this program this morning. And if you have any questions in mind, concerns for our resource speaker, please don't hesitate. Raise it here on Zoom or Facebook Live. I will then read questions out loud for the resource speaker to answer. And as time permits, you can also use the raise hand below and wait to be recognized. And when recognized, please state your name, then your questions. Ayan, open na po tayo para sa open forum. Yung mga agam-agam at mga katanungan na tinatago natin, open na po. Yan, i-type na lamang po sa comment section or pwede rin po kayo mag-raise hand or magsalita, and I will give you the time to ask po. Yan. Meron po ba? Yun. Ay, eto sir. Merong direct message na nagtanong sa akin. Ito yung kapwa ko, alumni pa to sir ha. Isang question daw po sir. Sabi niya, is it possible daw po sir na meron mag-conduct ng research outside sa Bicol University at makipag-partnership sa Busit? Sir Cabrillas, ano kasagutan natin dito?
Okay, so good morning. Okay, actually, that is one of the encouragement ng Bicol University na makapag-encourage tayo ng partnership with other clientele, not only for inside Bicol University, no? So pwede tayo makipag-partner sa ibang agency or individual in terms of memorandum of agreement and a memorandum of understanding. So pag-uusapan natin doon kung ano yung magiging part ng Bicol University, what will be the role of the researcher, no? Ano yung kanyang magiging incentives or any consumeration na makukuha as a partner of research that is conducted through Bicol University. So yun po. Thank you, Angel.
Wow, thank you sir. Sana nasagot ni sir ang katanungan sa ating sa aking kapwa alumni. And meron pa po dito sir, galing sa alumni, galing BISET. Okay? Ano daw po kaya ang magandang research na pwedeng mag-merge sa electrical and electronics?
Okay, so actually ang electrical and electronics is hindi naman actually nagkakaiba, no? So talagang ang pinaka-foundation ng electronics ay electrical technology. So diyan po nag-emanate ang electronics. So walang electrical, walang electronics. So suit po talaga or compatible talaga yung dalawang specialization na yon to merge for a certain project, no? So kakailanganin mo yung specialty ng isang electrical and also with electric. It will depend on the project that you will concentrate on, no? If it is more on algorithm, it is more on hardware and software simulation. Yun lang.
Ayun. Ayan, sana nasagot din po. At sino pa po dito kasama natin sa sa Zoom? Meron po ba tayong mga katanungan na gustong masagot or mga nais itanong sa ating resource speaker? At alam ko naman po, sobrang open and willing to answer ang ating resource speaker sa ating mga Okay, meron pa dito. Sir, if yung estudyante daw po sir merong research, pwede daw po ba makasama ang faculty and students sa isang research?
Okay, oo. Possible na possible. Let us say, for example, you are conducting your research for your undergrad thesis. You can also partner that with the faculty, no? There are kailangan lang na process na kailangan i-comply para ma-identify what will be the role of the student as the researcher and the role of the faculty, no? This will not be taken as advisor but also as a researcher yung faculty, no? So mayroon kayong specific na target for the student and for the faculty through our research and development department.
Yun. Thank you, sir. And alam ko, as far as I remember, alam ko, bago ako mag-graduate, kumbaga required sa isang estudyante na magkaroon ng thesis. Kumbaga sa amin, ang title ng thesis namin, Remote Controlled Carrier with UVC Light Disinfection Box. Kaya medyo nahirapan din kami doon kung paano namin siya ibubuo, and nag-seek kami ng tulong sa mga professionals, sa mga marunong sa electronics, sa electrical, kung paano yung tamang wiring at pagmanipula, kung paano gumana yung project namin. Kaya sobrang laking tulong din na meron tayong isang katulong, lalo na ang mga faculty sa pagbuo ng research natin. At hindi lang siya regarding sa for the sake of thesis or any, meron din po sa outside organizations na pwede sa ating makatulong. Kapag nahihirapan tayo, we need to ask for some help, do some research at kung ano pa. Yan, again, sir, meron pa po, sir. Sabi daw po dito, ano daw po, sir, ang pinagkaiba ng electronics and electrical circuits from faculty po from Sorsogon State?
Okay. So, as I've said kanina, actually electrical deals with bigger components, no? And this is actually the foundation of electronics. So footing niya is yung electrical part. So hindi kasi gagana yung ating mga electronics component na wala pong electrical part. So still, mas bigger pa rin yung ating electrical part. Kaya lang, yung electronics ay doon na po nag-emanate yung maraming applications, no? So doon na yung mga maliliit na invention or updates on research tulad nung na-example ko kanina. So, yun na yun, yung detail, yung pinakamaliliit na bagay sa electronic parts na po yun.
Question, sir. Oh, sige po. Ayan, thank you so much po. Siyempre, kailangan merong partnership na tinatawag sa electrical and electronics partner din po sila sa pagbuo ng mga innovations or any project research. Ayun. Thank you so much po. Any other questions po? Ayan, tignan natin. Meron nga sa FB Live. Ayan, kumusta po ang lahat? Okay po ba? Ayan, meron ditong tanong. Wait lang, basahin natin. Galing kay Sir Jojo. Ayan. Ang question nito po is regarding sa breath-triggered HMI. Is this connected with Wi-Fi and somehow like Alexa technology po? Sir, ulitin ko po, sir, yung tanong. Regarding daw po, sir, yung innovation kanina na breath-triggered HMI. Is this connected daw po with Wi-Fi and somehow like Alexa technology?
Okay. Actually, yung present kong research updates is hindi much dinetail niya kasi maybe this is still under patent concern. Hindi niya pasyadong dinetail if ano talaga yung kanyang capability. So, ang point ng presentation is to give us idea that if you are going to control something, it can be controlled through breathing patterns. So, ibig sabihin, it will now depend on your program or pagkaka-program ng ating algorithm, ng ating machine learning. So, ano yung prinogram mo sa kanya? Nakapag ganito pala yung breathing pattern niya? Ano dapat ang masisense? Ilang power or ilang energy ang kanyang na-produce? So, merong ganon. So, it will now depend on your design of your software. Yun lang.
Ayan, hopefully po nasagot ni Sir Cabrillas ang ating katanungan, Sir Jojo. Ayan. Meron pa po ba? Ayun, thank you daw po, sir. And ito, meron po galing sa ating Facebook Live. Sir, kung meron daw po kung meron daw po ako, sir, na idea pero wala akong technical skills para magawa 'yun, pwede po ba ako magpatulong sa inyo? Kakatok, sir, sa inyo, sir.
Pwede, walang problema sa akin, no? The rest of the Faculty of Electronics and Electrical Technology of the College of Industrial Technology very much willing to help, no? Or to share their knowledge on how it will be conducted po.
Okay po. Hopefully po nasagot po yung katanungan natin. Ito pa, sir, meron pa po, sir. Sir, meron daw po ba kayong faculty research sa BSELT and BSET na pwede po kami makapag-collab, sabi daw po, ng mga IT students galing sa Parañaque.
Opo. As I've said kanina, kahit sino sa department from just talk with our head of the College of Industrial Technology, si Dr. Jonathan Narocco, and ipapass through na lang yan sa amin as faculty, no? So kung sino yung medyo may concentration doon sa ating concern, so yun po ang ating magiging makikipag-collaborate. So pwede, walang problema. Very open po ang Bicol University to any collaborations na gusto po natin.
Ayan, and sobrang aware ako, sobrang supportive when it comes to innovations and research na kinakandak. Kumbaga sobrang merong mga opportunities para sa iba't ibang lugar at iba't ibang institutions or colleges na pwedeng makipagkaroon ng collaborations, ano sir, para magkaroon ng kumbaga partnership sa pagbuo ng mga ganitong mga projects or research development. Ayan. Meron pa po ba tayong mga katanungan? Mga agam-agam na gustong itanong sa ating resources speaker? Ayan, sige, habang tinatype pa yung mga sobrang daming mga katanungan, isa-shoutout ko lang po itong kasama natin ngayon. And I am so sorry if I can't pronounce this properly po. Siya po is si Alfauri Ahem Mahmoud. I'm so sorry po. Faculty in Al-Baqa Applied University in Al-Salt, Jordan. Wow, welcome po. And then si Talpur Rehan Khan, a student in Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Jamshoro, Pakistan. Grabe. So, sir, welcome po to our webinar series. And if you have questions, you can comment and you can raise your hand and I will give you the opportunity to speak and to ask to our resources speaker. Ayan. Meron pa po ba? Ano pa po yung mga kailangan natin? Okay pa po ba kayo dyan? Kamusta po ang lahat? Ayan, galing dito sa mga sa BJMP, welcome po. Okay pa po ba? Isang thumbs up naman po dyan. Ayun. Kumbaga, welcome po. Alam ko, I hope na nag-enjoy po tayo ngayon sa ating webinar series at marami po tayong matututunan. And if meron pong mga clarifications and other concerns, pwede po tayong mag-raise ng questions at i-share po natin ito. Kumbaga, sayang naman po kung hindi natin ito mabibigyan ng kasagutan. Ano po? Kaya, kumbaga, this is our chance and opportunity para i-presenta sa atin. And then I believe sobrang accommodating ni Sir sa mga questions. Kumbaga, hindi na tayo bibitinin and bibigyan tayo ng mga kasagutan sa ating mga katanungan. Ayan. Welcome po sa mga bagong dating. And also sa Facebook Live, welcome po sa mga nanonood. Okay po kayo dyan. And again po, for reminder lang po, yung mga hindi pa naka-register, please do the registration form to receive your e-certificates. Ayan. Meron pa po ba mga katanungan? Mga agam-agam na pwede nating itanong? IoT, Internet of Things. Okay. Kamusta po? Nagugutom na po ba? Kulang po ba yung almusal natin? Ayan. So kung wala na po, I think wala na po tayong mga katanungan. I believe, ito. Meron, wait lang po. Galing kay Sir Luigi James. Sir, ask ko lang po if meron po bang process ang pakikipag-collab both from inside and outside the respective institution?
Actually, if it is initially pa lang naman, we can always contact the concerned personnel directly, no, for initial collaboration. But to make it formal, no? Kailangan mag-letter, no? Especially if this is a bigger project, we need an official communication and meetings. Okay ba, Angel?
Yun, I hope Sir Luigi James na sagot po ang ating katanungan. Kung meron pa po, you can raise your questions here. And binabati ko nga po pala yung mga nanonood sa ating Facebook Live. Welcome po. And kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, just comment po sa ating Facebook Live and we can get that questions to be answered po by our resources speaker. Yan, sige po. Welcome po. Kung meron po pong gustong ipa-shout out or kung sino po mga kasama natin dyan, pwede po. Ayan. Ano pa po? Meron pa po bang mga katanungan na pwede nating masagot? Ayan po. Okay. Merong ito. Tingnan natin sa Facebook Live. Ayun. Meron. Saan po ba, sir? Saan daw po, sir, pwede makakuha ng budget for research? Siyempre, sir, sa paggawa ng research, kailangan natin ng kaching. Di ba po, sir? Saan daw po tayo
Okay.
makakakuha, sir?
Actually, in terms of budget, maraming ino-offer ang mga agency, no? Number one example is our DOST, no? If you will observe yung mga posting nila, meron silang tinatawag na mga thematic area. So, each thematic area, meron silang specific budget. Ang kailangan lang nila is proposal. If you have the proposal at na-approve ng DOST or any agency na nagbibigay ng budget in terms of research, very much possible. PICARD, number 1 sa agriculture. For technology, more on sa DOST.
Wow. Kumbaga, kahit ako kung gagawa agad ako ng ng research. So kaya innovations na pwedeng makakatulong kasi alam ko funded naman as long as susunod po tayo sa sa proseso if malakas or yung requirements ng galing sa DOST po sir, more on technology po ba sir or lahat kinikater ng mga research?
Actually, halos lahat naman, kaya lang meron silang tinatawag na priority project. So, doon po tayo mag-concentrate kasi the more na priority ang isang project, mas mabilis ang pag-approve, di ba? Pag list priority, syempre medyo madidelay ng konti. So, marami naman na agency, depende po sa ating concentration, no? If it is more on agriculture, yan PICARD. So, pwede rin ang technology diyan as long as it will benefit on the farmers, like for example, still makakakuha ka ng budget sa mga ganyan. Basta ang beneficiary mo is yung kanilang major clientele.
Okay po. So, ayan, kung meron po tayong mga nasa isip or mga natatago ng mga research and ideas po, wag po natin siyang, kailangan natin siyang ilabas. And if we are very anxious or pinoproblema po natin regarding sa budget, pwede po tayong humingi ng mga tulong sa mga agencies para po kumbaga maipakasatuparan ang ating mga proyekto at para sa ikauunad maging tulong na rin para sa atin. Ayun. So, meron pa po ba? Any questions po? Again, thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-attend and also sobrang we appreciate po yung mga to those persons na nagtatanong and kung ano pa. Ayan. Sir, may question po ba tayo? Sino yung pag gusto? Okay. Kung wala na, meron pa po bang mga katanungan? para wag na kumbaga wag natin sayang opportunity. And ano pa po? Okay pa po ba tayong lahat? Ayan, habang kumbaga iniisip pa natin kung anong mga possible questions na maaari natin itanong sa ating resource speaker. For now, let us all watch po muna ng ating Bicol University's audio video presentation po. po ulit ang mga kasama ko ngayon. So meron na po ba tayong mga katanungan? Meron na po dito Sir Cabrillas. Okay. Habang nagpa-play yung video, merong mga bilang ting! Meron lumabas na mga katanungan. Ayan. Sir, at this paano daw po makagawa ng research at this point in time, mahirap daw po kasi makaisip ng madami kung madami ang nagsisilabasan ng mga electricity and electronics po ng mga projects. Paano daw po sir makagawa ng research? Galing po sir sa BSET first year students.
Okay, actually, yun yung one of the purpose aking presentation to enlighten our clientele, no? If meron ting man lang sa ating isipan or in our minds na possible application ng aking mga na-present. Let us say, for example, yung ating electronic tank, no? Ang electronic tank, since ganun ang kanyang process na ginawa, wherein dinidip lang yung kanyang nagawang prototype, and then nasisense niya na yung chemical content or chemical composition ng liquid. So pwede natin ito ilagay sa mga dams, no? Halimbawa, sa mga dams, meron tayong mga naka-embed na ganitong electronic tank application. So ibig sabihin, namomonitor natin kung ano na yung content, chemical composition ng ating mga dam. Who knows na itong dams pala to ay kung ano na, infected na ng ating mga dangerous chemicals. So hindi natin alam yan. So wala tayong way of checking. So that is one possible research that you can apply, no, using the mother tongue application. Actually, marami ng klase. Yung mother tongue, sorry, iba na yung na-mention ko. Yung ating electronic tongue, yung electronic tongue na application na yon, pwede rin kasi yun na nag-emanate din doon sa ating pregnancy test kit. Just imagine yung pregnancy test kit natin, di ba? Just a droplet of urine, nade-determine niya if it is pregnant. Ibig sabihin, meron na chemical composition para to detect, no? So doon nag-emanate. So possible na doon siya nag-emanate, no? Naging electronic tank, no? So from this innovation, diyan po tayo magsisimula mag-isip ng another application that we can use as our starting point for research. So yun po, Angel. Thank you.
Ayan, I hope na sagot po ni Sir Anthony ang katanungan para sa ating mga participants. At meron pa po dito, sir. Sir, sa tingin mo, sir, are we left behind na po ba pagdating sa research compared po to the other countries? Ano daw po kaya, sir, ang possible reasons?
In terms of delayed is just because of our technology kasi, no? Mahirap kasi yung part sa isang researcher na kapag wala tayong facility to check, no? But ang advantage po ng electronics and electrical part, we can simulate that. So, ibig sabihin, kahit wala po tayong physical component, no? We can try that to a software, no? Meron tayong mga free software na we can run the simulation just to determine if it is feasible, no? Then after that, if it is feasible and cannot anymore done through our free software na ginagamit, that's the time we have to collaborate with bigger agency. Kasi ito po ang magbibigay sa atin ng facility. Kaya halimbawa, na-mention ko kanina, the Department of Science and Technology, actually, ang isang researcher, wala naman talagang gamit lahat na yan. No? They will be giving money in accordance with your proposal. So kung ang proposal mo na kailangan mo ng ganitong gamit, ilalagay po natin sa proposal. No? So sila po ang magbibigay sa iyo ng budget, ikaw ipo-procure po yan. So ganun po ang process natin. But meron din, no? Isang case, halimbawa, may alam ka na isang agency na mayroong equipment para doon. So, pwede ka makipag-collaborate sa kanila mismo, no? No, ang ibig sabihin na kung pwede ka makagamit ng kanilang technology, in return, depende po sa magiging output ng iyong research. Okay, so ganun lang po.
All right, I hope that answers po para sa ating question. And sir, ito na po base para sa akin mga katanungan, sir. Sir, if I graduated po electrical technology and pwede po ba akong magtrabaho sa electronics industries? Since sabi niyo po kanina related po silang dalawa.
Yes, sige. Sige, pardon, Angel, ano yun? Naputol ako.
Okay po. Sir, to repeat the questions po, since isa po akong graduate this year po, ano po yung ano kaya pwede po ba sir ako magtrabaho sa mga electronics department o ay electronics industries po since sabi po sir kanina magkaano po silang dalawa, kumbaga related po silang dalawa. Yung electrical and electronics po.
Sorry, napuputol, hindi ko narinig. Ano mo lang, yung pinaka-question mo.
Sige sir. Pwede po ba ako sir magtrabaho sir sa electronics industries kahit na po sir graduate po ako ng electrical?
Okay. Oo, pwede. Kasi ang application naman, ang pinaka-importante dyan is you have the foundation, no? So, pag wala ka kasing foundation in terms of electronics or electrical, it is very hard on the part of the worker. Paano mo gagawin ang isang bagay na wala ka naman talagang alam sa part na yun? No? Although magagawa mo siya, but it will take time. Okay, so yun lang.
Okay. So pwede na po pala kung mag-apply kahit ngayon sir. Right. Okay sir, thank you po. And meron pa po another question. Tignan natin. Galing sa Kamalig District Jail po sir. Ask ko lang po sir kung ano ang pinagkaiba ng self-experience sa may pinag-aralan sa electrical at kung ano po ang makukuhang benepisyo.
Anong benepisyo? Okay. So, in layman's term, kung halimbawa self-experience ka, actually majority ng ating mga agency or employer, no, mas gusto nila minsan yung experience, lalo experiensyado tinatawag natin. Especially sa ibang bansa, actually mas mataas yung kanyang compensation if you are a skilled, no, compared to those a graduate with a degree, no? Kasi minsan sa foreign country, no, more on ang kailangan nila skilled, no? Kasi yung mga BS degree holder actually they do not concentrate on the technology skill part, no? They are more on the theoretical part. So usually ang nagiging function ng isang degree holder is just to supervise unless meron siyang depth knowledge on the skills, no? And at the same time nakakapag hands-on siya. Okay, so yun po. Mas mas preferred po yung skilled. Walang problema kung ika ay special experience o experience lang yung kanyang alam, walang tinapos na degree, walang problema yun, walang kinalaman yun. Sige, thank you.
Ayun, hopefully po nasagot po ni Sir Cabrillas yung katanungan po natin. And as far as I know po, nag-o-offer po yung TESDA ng mga trainings po regarding po sa mga so magkaroon po tayo ng mga kaalaman sa electrical and then at marami pa pong iba. If gusto po natin, pwede po tayong mag-inquire and para po makapag-conduct sila na libreng trainings po para sa atin. Ayan. Sir, meron po pong katanungan galing sa MAIE, TLE student po. Sir, any tips daw po on how to come up with a researchable topic introducing innovation in electricity and electronics?
Okay. So, actually, ang naging experience ko dyan is during my time na I'm taking my specialization in Mapua University. Actually, sa part ko, wala din. Hirap din ako nung pag-start kung ano ba talaga ang aking concentration na gagawin or any research na gagawin. So, first, you have to focus to only one goal, no? Or one topic. Ano ba talaga ang iyong gusto? So, ano yung mas, ano sa iyo, mas favorable, what do you call that? Mas, kung saan ka mas comfortable or alam mong mas marami kang ma-share or ma-explore na ideas, doon ka. Then start on reading on the related literature. Ibig sabihin, look for possible na related doon sa naiisip mo. Then keep on reading. From there, no, makikita mo na yung mga gap. Ibig sabihin, what are these part na hindi nasolusyonan ng research na ito? Ano naman ang gap ng isang research na to? Then you might, from that gap, pwede ka na makapag-isip or makapag-create na related studies. No? So, ganun po nagsisimula ang ano. Hindi po yan instant na nag-isip ka, ito na ang research ko. No, you have to read related studies. No? So, doon ka po kukuha talaga ng idea. Kasi baka nag-focus ka na dyan, tapos at the end, meron pala, so sawi tayo. No? So, kailangan tingin muna tayo ng mga updates. No? So, yun po.
Yun. Sir, follow-up question daw po, sir. Sir, ano daw po, sir, ang pinagkaiba ng conceptual and theoretical framework sa research po? Siguro sir tayo sa na-connect na sir sa research, di ba po? Ano daw siguro sir nagtitesis po ito sir. Medyo kailangan niya sir ng kasagutan. Ano daw po sir ang pinagkaiba ng conceptual at theoretical framework sa research po?
To be specific, hindi ko na siya masasagot. Hindi pa ako nagturo ng research subject. Okay?
Ayan, okay. Oh, anyways, if that's the case po, meron naman po tayong makapag-open naman po ang mga other sources para po malaman kung ano yung mga kasagutan sa ating mga katanungan po. And meron pa po ba yung mga katanungan? May mga po tayo, mga agam-agam na gustong itanong. At maybe po, baka po yung iba ay nahihiya lamang po. Alisin na po natin ng hiya para po matutunan, kumbaga magkaroon po tayo ng kalinawan kung ano po ba yung mga nasa isip po natin, di ba po? Sobrang sobrang parang mahirap naman po kung hindi natin yon i-share or hindi natin yun mabibigyan ng kasagutan po. Baka po tayo kumbaga hindi mawala sa isip natin yon. Meron pa po ba mga katanungan? Yan, sa Facebook Live. Hello po, meron pa po mga katanungan dyan na natatago. At sobrang open po ang ating resource speaker po para sa mga katanungan na ito. Ayan. So kung wala na po, I think that's the last question that we can entertain. And again, for the reminder po, may I ask the participants to, kung hindi pa po nakakapag-register, mag-register na po. And after po ditong program, you can evaluation po para sa ayan. Sir, nasan daw po yung evaluation link? Saan daw po sir matatagpuan? Ayan. Again, thank you so much po sa mga participants for giving your time and support for this extension activity. At sobrang malaking suporta ang binibigay niyo po. Hindi lamang po dito sa Bicol region, meron din po galing sa outside, mga students, mga other institutions, and even international po. Welcome po sa aming, welcome to our, kailangan pala English, ano? Welcome to our webinar series, and I hope you gain a lot of information from our resource speaker. And again, a reminder po to those who haven't registered on the registration link for this webinar, please register now to have your e-certificate after this. And to receive your e-certificate, just click the link on the pinned comment on Facebook and on Zoom and check your email after you are done with the evaluation. Again, I encourage everyone after our program to please answer the evaluation po. Ayan. Ayan, the evaluation link is already posted po sa ating chat box. Tingnan nyo na lamang po. Okay, and by that, I think that was a wrap. I think we are already in the last part of our program, and I would like to have this opportunity para po mapasalamatan yung mga tao sa likod ng proyektong ito. Kumbaga po, this is a huge opportunity for us para po mas matuto. And allow me to give thanks to our speaker for today's webinar series, Dr. Anthony C. Cabrillas, for the third episode Tech Talks of our webinar series and giving us enough and additional knowledge of the program, BSET, and to also to BSELT. And syempre, we have this very dynamic interaction open forum for these webinars. Maraming salamat po. So before we close the program, we would like to express our gratitude to the support and approval of the Bicol University administration headed by our admirable SUC President, Dr. Arnulfo N. Mascareñas, our passionate Vice Presidents, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Amelia Dorosan, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, and Vice President for Research and Development and Extension, Dr. Luis Amano, and to our BUEMD Director, Rowena Zoilo, our BUSIT administration headed by our supportive Dean, Dr. Jonathan Arroco, our dynamic Associate Dean, Professor Arlene Balleras, to the faculty and staff, the technical team headed by the amazing Professor Ronel Oropesa, at syempre sa ating puno kumaga siya ang ugat, kumaga siya ang brainchild of this webinar. In this BSET program, our BSET program advisor, and the proponent and project for this extension activity is none other than Dr. Kenji Merenciano. Without his idea, of course, this event would be non-existent. At maraming salamat po sa lahat ng bumubuo nito. And without your approval and support, this webinar would fail to happen. Maraming salamat po sa taus-pusong suporta sa ating webinar series. And of course, salamat sa Bicol University faculty. And syempre, maraming sobrang daming salamat po sa ating mga participants na kasama natin ngayong araw mula sa Zoom meeting and sa Facebook Live, to the students of Bicol University, the students outside the Bicol University, the alumni, participants from other schools, and our participants from Bureau of Jail and Management Penology, from Ginubatan and Kamalig Municipal Jail. Ayan. Isang thumbs up naman po dyan mula sa ating mga ayun, sobrang supportive natin. Maraming salamat po. Again, thank you so much for participating in this webinar series, third episode, and we are looking forward to seeing everybody on the next webinar episodes. Okay, at this juncture, we'll be singing the Bicol University hymn. Ayan, sir.
This is the school we wish to sing, of a school to honor and revere, a temple built by man of firmness, a mold for you to walk with pride, for He will always be united, although we tread on distant lands. We all shall cherish what you've taught us, that you wholeheartedly gave forth. Bible University, learning source of wisdom, fount of courage, hope and love, seed of truth and light. Bigo University, burning torch of wisdom, fount of courage, hope and love, seed of truth and light.
All right, catch our next episode of Tech Talks. We will be having our Associate Professor, Engineer Joseph Christopher P. Bustamante as the resources speaker. The topic he will be discussing is all about digital circuits. I think maraming excited dito next week. Live pa din po kami sa Facebook and also dito po sa Zoom. Paki-mark na po sa inyong calendar, October 8, 2022. Same day, same time, 9 to 12 noon po. Again, mark na po natin, ipin na po natin sa ating reminders and calendar, October 8, 2022, same day, same time. And I hope you have gained new knowledge again today, and we'll be seeing you guys next week. Okay, and for now, may I encourage everyone to please open your camera po to have our photo op. Ayun. Wow, grabe. Makikita pagkagwapo-gwapo ang mga nagagandahan nating mga participants. Lalong-lalo na dyan sa ating Kamalig District Jail. Hello po! Ayan, sa ating mga sa BJMP po. Ang pupogi. Ayan. Hello po, kumusta po ang lahat? Ayan, sige. 1. Okay na po ba? O, ilabas natin ang ating magaganda at naglalakihan ng mga ngiti. Ayan. Okay. On my cue. 1, 2, 3, smile. Ayan. Next naman po, next page. Ayan. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Para sa okay, next page naman po. Isang wacky, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, ayan. Again, maraming salamat po, and I hope lahat po kayo ay nagkaroon ng panibagong kaalaman ngayong araw. Abangan po natin next week para po sa ating episode number 4. Ayan. So, yung iba po, if hindi pa po nakakapag-register na po agad para po makapasok po tayo agad sa Zoom. At wag na wag po nating kalimutan mag-mark. Okay po. Alam ko magiging some of us are students and some of us are still working, and maybe the week will be busy for us, and balikan po natin, magkaroon po tayo ng let's give ourselves time para po sa another episode of this webinar series next Saturday. Again, maraming salamat po sa pagsama po sa amin ngayon. And I am wishing you all a grateful life. And sana po masarap ang ulam natin ngayon. Okay? Kung masarap ang ulam natin ngayon. Again, without further ado po, that's all. Maraming salamat po. Again, enjoy the rest of the day po. And God bless us all.
Thank you, Angel.
Welcome po. Ayan, kung meron po kayo gusto ipa-shoutout habang hindi pa ako makaalis, and do that po.
Zombie Apocalypse.